Welcome back. I am Jon Najarian. It is the 24th of May, and this is 3 at 3. Every day at approximately 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we bring you unusual option activity. And today is no different. So we're going to start it off with our disclaimer, which basically just says all investments involve risk. You can delve into that deeper by reading the rest of the disclaimer. Also, we have intellectual property, so please, before you reproduce this, ask us first. That's all we're asking, really. So please adhere to that rather than having us have to send you a letter or something like that. All right, let's take a look at how some of these recent picks have done. Draftkings has certainly done very well in the 4 trading days, I think, that we've had this one on. It hasn't looked back. It's been up, 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 or as my buddy Dennis Gartman would say, from the lower left to the upper right in a nice angle like that. Draftkings was 42.5 roughly when we saw them buying the weekly expiration, this week expiration, 45 calls. Here's how that, and here's some of the information that has caused the stock to do so well. First year users participations rather. And yes, it's been around since 2013 or 2012, but it really came public via SPAC a year ago. So monthly active users, look at those numbers, up over 3 million on the monthly active users. Downloads, you see, fairly consistent. Sessions, as well as total time spent on the app, and stock 48.48, trading at the highs of the day just moments ago, folks. So I'd say that's pretty excellent. From when we saw it, it was mid 42s to $6 higher. Again, if you were somebody who was willing to put $1,000 shares rather on, that would have been a $42,000 investment. That means you'd make approximately $6,000 on that $48,000 investment. We've made so far, and I've rolled up and up along this path, so far we've made 300%. So not a bad return. 6 divided by 48, I'm sorry, 6 divided by 42 would be a 14% return, or could have made 300%. Again, you need to understand options and how they work before you just throw one of these things on. But in this case, you would have made an awful lot of money being in the options trade. Take a look at this one. Porch, talked about it last Friday, I think, PRCH, bullish call buying. Stock was 1750. They were buying those same calls, the June 1750 calls. Here's how it's worked out so far. Stock also trading at the highs of the day, and look at the chart, all the way up to 1843. You'd think we could see close to 20 on this run, looking over at that chart and where some consolidation would come in. Pretty close to 19.75, let's call it 19.5, 20. That is my target, although I have already taken profits because the trade we had on doubled. Bang. And then VIP shops. VIPS is the symbol. Stock was 2240. They were buying the June 4th expiration 25 calls. And this one, likewise working, 10,000 of those, by the way, again, since every option is for 100 shares of stock, 10,000 of these was a million share investment. So, you know, those are people that are pretty serious. And let's see how that has worked out. Well, I had the 2250 calls that I bought. As most of you know, I tend to be in the same expiration as the expiration that we see. Secondarily, I tend to be in at the monies versus out of the monies, because then I'm moving the odds into my favor. So in this case, I was long these June 2250, short the 2450s. That is a $2 call spread. As you see, it closed last Friday at about 60 cents. which means that you could risk 60 cents last Friday. And I'm getting that from the previous close of each of these options, $1.10 and 50 cents. That's why I put them on the screen for you. And you could turn that 60-cent investment into $2, or put another way, since every option is for 100 shares, you put $60 for each spread on, and it could go to $200. So again, a 1,000 share investment would have been $600 investment that could go to 2,000. Puts it all in perspective, and knock on wood, it's already working. This is our website on YouTube. So YouTube is nice enough to give Market Rebellion a nice, slick YouTube site. We've got 18,200 subscribers, a little more than that now. And you guys, we appreciate all of you who have shared that these videos go up every day. We put them up both live in some cases, as well as after the fact, and others. Like, for instance, tonight we've got Renato Leggi, who's going to be on from ARK Investments. I'll have a little bit more on that later in the broadcast, but he is from ARK Investments, which of course is Kathy Wood's flagship. And we will put up that video tomorrow. If you want to see it live, you're going to have to subscribe today to get it for free, but you're going to have to go over to Market Rebellion to do that. I'll show you how in a minute. But we have the daily crypto bite that goes up there, 60-second video, Pete's the Take, my 3 at 3. All of these videos go up there, and they are all free. You just go to YouTube and you type in Market Rebellion, click subscribe. Here is Scott Wapner and my brother Pete earlier today, as Pete was talking about unusual option activity on that show. His first one was Boston Scientific. 42.83 was where the stock was. Pete cited multiple hits all the way out to July of call buying. And so he, in this case for the unusual today, he was citing June 45 calls, but we also had July options up there. We had 3 different hits today alone for unusual option activity. Whoops, sorry, there we go. And this is marketrebellion.com/UOA. If you'd like to learn more about how we do, what we do, how much it costs, how many trades a day, all that kind of stuff, frequently asked questions, you can go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. And of course, we've got our daily crypto bite. We go up every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time with this. Today we had to go up at 11 because the damn crypto sphere is so crazy after these monster weekends that we've had in crypto that a lot of things were crashing. Luckily, we were able to get out the daily crypto bite, and our website has been up the whole time, 24/7. That means literally what I said, folks, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a chat room for those of you who want to be part of it. Costs you $1 to try it out for a whole month. And that is marketrebellion.com/try crypto. That's marketrebellion.com/try crypto to learn more about it. Pete also covered Deutsche Bank today. DB is the symbol here. September 15 calls. Big call buying in here, as you see. Over 8,000 of those changed hands today, much higher than last Thursday or Friday of last week. And you have plenty of time. You're all the way out till September. So time decay is not your enemy here. Deutsche Bank, the stock was 15. They were buying the at the money 15 calls. So we tagged right along with them and bought those September 15 calls. And then our modus operandi is I will sell higher strike calls against these long September 15 calls. 8,200s, 820,000 share equivalent. There's a little chart, shows the stock continuing to move up. Look at that from last October when it was single digits, right around $8 to now 15, 17, the highest this stock has been in years, literally. And certainly nice to see that big surge in volume too, because the volume today, 4.1 million, normal activity is 3.8 over a full day. And that is going to be eclipsed. It'll probably be more like 5 million today if it stays at this pace. And of course, ARK Invest, as I said, if you'd like to register, go to marketrebellion.com and click on registration with us and Renato Leggi. He is, of course, portfolio manager over at ARK Invest. Brought a lot of great insights last time he was on. It'll be no different this time, folks. You want to get it from some portfolio manager that works with Kathy Woods, who's averaged 40% a year for the last 5 years. That's not just a flash in the pan, folks. That's not a one and done. She had a great year in 2020. This is a 5-year track record averaging 40%. Bang. Let's also talk about Tapestry. This is the former coach and Tapestry, bullish call buying. Stock was 43.54, 43.53, I guess. They bought 600,000 share equivalent of the $1 higher strike calls. Now you could buy those or you could buy it at the money, your choice. I always choose to try to get the at the money against those I will sell out of the money calls. There's the stock, 43.56, as you see, virtually the same price as when we put it up this morning. And the stock's been as high today as 43.76. Bang. Questions? If you got questions, we'll try to give you answers. This is from my Twitter account at JONNAJARIAN. That is my Twitter handle. All right, Patrick Kincannon, he's been a regular of persons that pose questions to us. He's talking about GES. So in other words, Guess Jeans. GES, pretty big call and put contracts out there in Guess ahead of earnings. Contracts expiring June 18th. 24 strike puts, 29 and 30 strike calls. I feel this could be an indication of volatility. Question mark? I'm raising my voice at the end of that. Question mark? Yeah. When you see bets on both sides like that, it does tend to be that, Patrick. His handle is Cannonballs17. Right now, I am not in Guess GES, but I will look to get in there. As he says, these contracts expire the third week in June. So I will keep my eye on this for that unusual option activity. Addison Davila, handle at 245 ton, that's 245 TON, currently considering taking a position in AAL and possibly Jets. As you guys probably know, Jets, JETS, is the ETF for airline stocks. Recently had my first flight. Airports are packed. I agree. Flew to New Orleans this weekend for a bunch of graduation festivities at Tulane. Only a matter of time before they take off. Thoughts? Yes, domestically, they are taking off already. We really need Europe to open up because those are quite profitable routes. All you got to do is compare what a business class ticket is domestically, coast to coast, which is about the same distance as Chicago or New York to Europe, to get an idea that, yeah, they're generally 2 or 3 times the price to make that overseas hop. And that's money in those airlines' coffers. So they need Europe to open up. Hopefully it does it before June 15th, but I keep hearing June 15th is when they're thinking about that. Nonetheless, you are correct, sir. The ETFs that track airlines should do very well because of this. International IPO STO at IICOCHANNEL says, the reality is Coinbase, COIN, hashtag BTC, which is Bitcoin, eventually be a buy right. Jon Najarian at 3 at 3. Yes, yes, IICO channel. It will be a buy. Coinbase, you heard Kathy Woods has already bought over 1 million shares of Coinbase. I like it a lot better at the prices she was getting it here rather than the prices that some folks chased in when they chased it over $420 on the direct listing. That's a little FOMO, fear of missing out. Came down dramatically from that level. and dramatically also from the indicative price, which the first indicative price was 250, I believe. So for it to come down as dramatically as it has is a good thing. Means you get rid of some of that FOMO, you get some of the extra fluff off. And I like owning this one, Coinbase, in call spreads. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. If you'd like to learn more about trading cryptocurrencies, about trading stocks or options or futures, we have all of that at marketrebellion.com. And you can learn about it at marketrebellion.com/get started. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. Come on, folks. You want to learn more about this, about the exciting things going on, not just in crypto, but in stock and options? Well, what better place to get a mentor, to get a coach, to get online education than the people that have now sold 400,000 books on the subject? So come on over, check out marketrebellion.com/get started to learn more. Thank you. Also, just one more time, I'm telling you about Renato Leggi, portfolio manager at ARK Investment, joins us about an hour from now. And you want to be part of it. The only way you can be part of it live is to sign up now. Over 5,000 of you have done that already, according to our counter. We only have room for 10,000 of you. So if 5,000 more want to join, you can all be live. But then you're going to have to watch it on the repeat tomorrow. If you'd like to get it tonight, sign up and get it live. It is completely complimentary. Just go to marketrebellion.com. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bang.